Hello guys, Entertainment Gaming here, and today I'm here to clear a misconception about 2K, 4K, 180p, so overall resolutions. The misconceptions what are made up by the multi-billion-dollar companies and also YouTube. It's so weird that people not calling the resolutions on their official names when it would be mostly much easier for them. And also it's not like something big hidden secret knowledge. All it costs just Google resolutions on Wikipedia or some other page. So we are mostly curious about the 60:9 aspect ratios. And yep, 60:9 is the aspect ratio. The first what we gonna talk about is the HD, aka high definition. So high definition is the one what we are calling 720p on YouTube. I don't understand the P there. I mean, I understand the P, but do not understand that why they are putting the P there, because I will talk about why is the P later. So the high definition is 1280 by 720. The next one what's named is the full HD, so full high definition. That's the one what YouTube calls 1080p. It's 9020 pixels by 1080 pixels. The next one, and the next one is not the 2K, because the 2K is a 70:9 display aspect ratio resolution, and 2K is 2048 pixels by 180 pixels. So that's like a little bit of wider full HD, so full high definition. The next one, what YouTube calls 2K, it's not 2K, it's WQHD, so wide quad high definition. It's called wide quad high definition because you can fit 4 HD screen inside the wide quad definition, so WQHD. This one is 2560 pixels by 40 pixels. Let's move on to the next 60:9 resolution. That one is the UHD one. That one what YouTube is calling 4K. 4K is another 70:9 resolution, and UHD, so ultra high definition one, is a 16:9 aspect ratio resolution and 3840 pixels by 2160 pixels. Let's move on to the last one. Let's skip the 5K here. And the next one, what called 8K by YouTube, and 8K is like another 70:9 resolution aspect ratio, and UHD2 is the real name of the 16:9 aspect ratio, and it's 7680 pixels by 4320 pixels. Okay, so now we cleaned the resolutions, but what about that fucking P? What about that 720p, 180p? What's that? That some remnant from the past but I don't know why YouTube left there. So you have to know there are two kind of scanning methods that are TVs and projectors and any kind of screens using. One called interlacing and the other one called progressive. And the progressive is the P. So let me explain what's interlacing first. Imagine that your screen is my hand, especially my fingers, and my one finger is one pixel row. So what interlacing does, first scans the first pixel row, then it scans the third pixel row, then the fifth pixel row, etc, etc. After it scanned the whole picture, it switches to my other hand, scans the second pixel row, scans the fourth pixel row, sixth pixel row, etc, etc. And does it so fucking fast that your eye and brain just sees a whole image like this. Why is it good? Why would anyone would like to have a scanning method like this? Well, first, this was an older type of scanning method, and it came sooner than the progressive, but it can be still useful nowadays. Why? Because it costs less resources to display an image. So let's say I have a built-in television in a hotel and there is a really long HDMI or Cat5 cable in the walls without too much repeating, and the signal just doesn't want to arrive to the TV or to the projector. Now I switch the laptop to interlace instead of progressive, and voila, the picture just arrived. It's not a problem when you are, using PPTs or still images. It can be blurry though when you're watching videos or something with a higher movement. So that's why nowadays most of the screens are using progressive. So it's kind of doesn't make any sense for YouTube to show the P. Okay, so let's get to the part 2 of the video and give you a tip now with all this knowledge covered, that how to render your YouTube videos to have a higher performance. So there are 2 more things you have to understand here. One is the bitrate. I won't go into details, but the main thing is that there's a really good video about this by another YouTuber, so check this out in the description. I will link it. The main thing is the higher bitrate, the clearer your picture is. So what happens, let's see this video of mine here. What happens if you upload a video, especially if you are a small YouTuber like me, upload a video in full HD. What happens if you upload it in full HD? I'll just pause it and we'll click for the stats for nerds. Yep, as you can see, we get the AVC1 codec. This is a piece of trash, and like my 40k bitrate video looks like it would be rendered in 15k bitrate or something like that. Now I tried and I scaled up my full HD video to WQHD, and let's see the codec. VP09. That's a much better codec. So yep, this is the secret to make your full HD videos look great, especially if you have motions into it. Like if you are like that, you are just talking or showing still images, it doesn't really matter to scale up your videos to WQHD. But if you are recording gaming, like me mostly, then I really recommend you to scale up your full HD videos to WQHD, and personally I'm using 60k bitrate. I guess 40k bitrate is enough. Like this video here just has been rendered in 40k. I mean, it was recorded in 40k. I was rendered in 60k, but that doesn't really give anything to the quality. And as you can see, when I'm going with the car, it's not as blurry and it's much cleaner than my other video where I'm going with the car and like the whole picture is just falls apart. Even in this small window I can see that it's just so blurry. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check those videos in the description. They are pretty useful to render your videos as well. And have a nice day, night, whatever. Bye bye.